Hello and welcome to video explanation for lesson 8 of the Force in Motion kindergarten unit. So here's where we're at. This is where you're going to, like you did in lesson 4, introduce the new competing ideas and allow them to argue about what happened the previous day. Just to refresh, the previous day they had some blocks and a spot they had to get it to, so they had to hit it a certain strength in order to get it to land there, and they also had to change its direction. So you're want to pull up these instructional slides, and we have the question, can the block move fast and slow? So let the kids first just talk about it, and then you could introduce these two competing ideas. Some people think that force can only make an object move fast. Other people think the force can make an object move fast and slow. So these are the competing ideas, with the second one being the correct one. So this one might be kind of interesting because you might get some kids that think it can only make it go fast, but then you want to bring up, well, how did you get it to stop? What made it stop? So that would be kind of a driving question for the students is, well, we know it, we hit it, or we pulled it, or whatever we did, we pushed it, pulled it, hit it, whatever, that made it go fast, but how did we make it stop? And that's a question that kids might struggle with a little bit. So just keep asking that question. Well, how did it slow down? And a common misconception that the later on in later years, they kind of fight with this idea of they think it just runs out of force instead of a force actually stopping it. So these are kind of laying the breadcrumbs for that for in the future. So you'll basically just let them argue about it, talk about it, and then you can do this one. Idea 1, some people think that force can only make an object move fast. Idea 2, some people think that force can make an object move fast, slow, or change directions. Which idea? So then I agree with the idea that force can make an object move, and then they can either copy, so like objects move, and then they would write fast, slow, or change directions, or they would think uh, making objects move fast. So they'll write that down there if they can. If not, they can draw what they think. So they could just draw fast and slow, or draw just fast, and that will be the end of the lesson.